Hey guys, we are back with another awesome episode of Two Button Crew for you. I am missing Simeon, and I'm sure that you are missing him on this episode as well. But we have an awesome person filling in. Glenn, welcome to the show.
Good to be back.
Yes, I cannot wait to do what we're about to do. We are going to decide if it's more likely that a Game Boy Classic Edition is going to happen or if a Nintendo 64 Classic Edition is going to happen. Now, maybe they both will, but we're going to look at multiple aspects and see which one is more likely to happen and say that whatever one we decide is probably going to come out in 2018. That's our hope anyway. So we are going to have to debate on which Classic Edition has more advantages. So, which one has a better library of games? Now, have you owned both of these before, Glenn?
I've owned Game Boy games before. I never owned a Game Boy prior to the Game Boy Advance. N64, yes, I did own that growing up. Well, it was one of those situations where I kept it at my grandparents' house.
Yeah. I guess.
But I now have my own that I managed to get from a friend of my dad's.
Hey there, Links Up Music. Thanks for watching live. Now, we need to specify very soon which era of Game Boy we're talking about. So, I'm assuming that they would actually merge original Game Boy and Game Boy Color into one Classic Edition, but I don't think that they would go to the Advance. Is that a fair assumption?
Typically, when Game Boy and Game Boy Color, when you're like looking at how people classify them, yeah, those two are conflated.
Okay.
And I don't remember because again, I never owned either one of those, but I think you may be able to play Game Boy Color games in a Game Boy. It just won't have the color.
Oh, interesting. Yeah,
I think. Don't quote me on that. Take that with a grain of salt.
So, I gotta go with the Nintendo 64 on library because I think you can fill up an entire Classic Edition with first-party Nintendo stuff, like before you even get to third-party. Now, I know that there are important third-party titles on 64, but I mean, I could name, Super Smash Bros., Mario Kart, Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2, Star Fox 64, Super Mario 64. What am I missing?
Oh gosh. Yeah, Super Mario 64, obviously. Mario Kart. The rarer games would be kind of an interesting issue to
Yeah,
deal with, so we may not get those, which is a real shame.
it is. But now, is there even a chance that a Game Boy library could stack up like that? I mean, you got Metroid 2.
Honestly, Game Boy games are they do show the limitations of the system they were made on.
Well, let's give this to Nintendo 64, eh?
Yeah, I think N64 would be the more compelling library.
Alright, next category, more new experiences. So, basically, when you buy a Classic Edition, you bring it home, or in the case of a Game Boy, maybe you power it up in your car. Which one do you have more of a chance of playing something you haven't before?
I would say the Game Boy, honestly. N64s, they're very easy to come by.
Yep.
And those games are, because that was Nintendo's first real foray into 3D, those games are highly influential. People talk about them all the time. They are, everybody knows the N64 library. Everybody knows Banjo-Kazooie, Super Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, Star Fox 64, and many times these are regarded as the best games in their franchises, if not of all time. So,
Yep.
I think just through sort of a cultural osmosis, most people are familiar with them, even if they haven't played them themselves.
Alright.
The Game Boy, on the other hand, there's a lot of kind of obscure stuff there.
I'm going to definitely agree with you, and then thank you to the people in our chat as well. Shout out to Crazy K and Thierry and Linksip, Ryan, and Panhead talking about some stuff I missed, like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. How could I have not said those? Glenn, which one do you think is going to be more affordable?
I think the Game Boy would be more affordable because N64 games, those would require more space, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot. It wouldn't take a ton of space. You're not going to be breaking the bank by any means, but
Yeah.
N64 also has some weird issues that might make emulation difficult
Okay.
because it had that expansion pack, I think it was called,
Yeah, it did.
and the things that plug into the controllers and the controllers themselves. It would probably come with two controllers, which the Game Boy wouldn't. The Game Boy would just all be one unit.
Now, that is a great point. Some things that you're going to have to pay for in producing a Game Boy that you wouldn't in an N64 is a battery and a built-in screen.
That is true. Those are definitely things you'd have to take into consideration.
But yeah, I think you're paying more for Nintendo 64 games than you are for Game Boy games. Because if an SNES costs you 80, then a 64 is probably going to be 100. Game Boy,
Yeah.
I could see selling a Game Boy for $60, $70 maybe.
Yeah, I think that would be a pretty good price for it, given the precedent that we have.
Okay. More affordable goes to the Game Boy. Next category we have. What is it? I have no idea. It is easier for multiplayer. So the Game Boy.
N64, hands down. The Game Boy player, I'd be really surprised if it came with a link cable or something like that.
Yeah. Now, it's going to be a lot cheaper to buy a link cable to play with someone else than it is to buy, however many extra 64 controllers you need. Like, it'll probably come with 2, like SNES did, but you'll have to spend more to fill in those ports. So, I'm not sure what I had in mind for this category. Do you think easier for multiplayer as in just like technical ability, or like cost-wise, what is it going to be easier to get going?
Cost-wise, I'm gonna give it to the N64 cost-wise and technically.
Okay.
Just because an N64 Classic, you only need one N64 Classic, and then you need to buy like 2, maybe $20 controllers.
Yep.
Game Boy, you have to buy 2 Game Boys.
Okay.
We're assuming that they come with a built-in communication feature.
You're making a lot of sense. Now, which one's more nostalgic?
Nostalgic? Sorry, you're cutting out a little bit.
Yeah, which one's more nostalgic? I mean, Nintendo 64 has so many people's hearts and like memories from college. It was huge in dorm rooms, but at the same time, Game Boy could have been a lot of people's introduction to gaming, and certainly people's introduction to Pokemon, which is a huge part of a lot of kids' upbringings. What do you think?
Gosh, I'm not sure we can really call this one because you make a good point. A lot of kids, their first Nintendo system was a Game Boy, but
Yep.
the N64, again, was not only also a lot of kids' first video game system, but also highly influential. And you see a lot of those features still being used in the franchises and such to this day.
Well, you bring up good points, but everyone in the chat is unanimously saying N64, so should we let them make the call?
Right, yeah, so it looks like N64 is winning.
Alright, you guys get that one. So for our next category, we are going to be discussing which one is easier to market. Nintendo hasn't had to do a lot of marketing for the NES or SNES. They just fly off the shelves. But I mean, I will say that for these miniature consoles, their main marketing has just been showing a picture of a console that fits in someone's hand. So there's
It's a very attractive hand.
Yeah. Yep. Now the Game Boy, it's not going to be instantly apparent that it's a new production run of it, because it's probably going to be the same size. maybe a little smaller.
I think basically the N64 would just be easier to market just because those games are better known. I mean, let's face facts. How many people, how many times have you heard someone go on and on about how awesome Super Mario Land 2 was?
Yeah. I think
you know,
once, and
to Ryan's favorite Zelda game, which was for the Game Boy, but you know, Ocarina of Time kind of beats that out in terms of most people's ranking.
I think I've heard someone raving about Super Mario Land once, and it was me. So N64 it is. Easier to produce.
Easier to. Sorry, I was looking at the chat.
Yeah, easier to produce. It might also be the Nintendo 64 because it's more like the last two Classic Editions that they've done, and it will probably have the same internals. Game Boy is a lot different, and it has a screen and everything.
Yeah, there's definitely that to take in mind, but Nintendo's no stranger to making consoles with screens in them. Heck, even their current home console has a screen built into it, so
Very true.
I'm not sure if that's really a fair comparison. I would say I'm going to give this to the Game Boy because it has fewer pieces and would probably have a smaller box, so it's more of a logistics.
Yep, I can see that, and you don't have controllers. You don't have them like bulking up the production line because every Game Boy is its own controller. So there's less to produce there.
Going into that, you don't need as much store, shelf space, and all of that. So.
Yep. All right. Now we have to decide which one is handier for the gamers. And this one might go to the Game Boy as well because you can take it anywhere with you. That has proven to be a really good aspect of the Switch. The Nintendo 64 is going to have to stay at home, and it's going to have to take up a lot of space if you take it somewhere with the extra controllers because the console will be miniature, but the controllers won't be, and their cords will probably be short. Maybe they'll add a foot or two, but with the Game Boy, it's all in one package, and it can fit in your pocket.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. I think the Game Boy would be easier to use, and the controller is just simpler. The N64 has that weird, psi-shaped controller.
Did you say psi-shaped?
Yeah, psi. You know, like the martial arts weapon.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
That's what I always thought of when I saw them, is the Ninja Turtle weapon.
Yeah. Well, the Game Boy took the last couple categories and has now tied it back up again. We'll have to see who takes the next category, which is more likely to be played. Once all is said and done, once everybody who has gotten one has hopefully been able to purchase one, which console do you think would have more hours put in on it?
N64 has meteor experiences. Game Boy, I mean...
It has the convenience factor.
At what the content of the games is, I would say N64, but you do have to be near a TV to do that. And the Game Boy, that would be like a good thing to just keep in your pocket, and if you're on the subway or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, the Game Boy has RPGs like Pokemon that can take a lot of hours.
That's a good point. There are RPGs on the Game Boy, not a ton, but definitely more than the N64 has.
Yeah.
I think the only RPG that we likely see on the N64 is Paper Mario.
Yeah, but I mean, think about once you get a few friends over to your house, and how many hours they're just going to rack up in Mario Party and Smash Bros. And stuff.
That's also a great a point. I oftentimes overlook multiplayer because I live alone, but multiplayer is a strong force. Human beings are kind of the ultimate random number generators, so to speak.
Yeah. I'm having a hard time choosing between these.
I'm going to give it to the N64 because the games are bigger and the multiplayer aspect is more prevalent.
Yep. Okay, N64 it is. Chat seemed to be in agreement with that too. Last category we have is, which one do you think is more likely for a 2018 release? Now, next year is kind of interesting because we know that the NES is coming back on the store shelves in the summer. So will they really?
Really? I did not know that.
Oh, yes, they are, for people who didn't get a chance to buy one on the first production run.
Well, good for Nintendo. They're actually listening.
Yes. So, chances are, maybe we'll see a new Classic Edition. Maybe we won't because of NES being on sale in 2018 as well. But
yeah, honestly, I would. My guess is that we'd probably be 2019 before we see a new one. I think with doing it back to back, that I was honestly surprised by that. I thought that was kind of a gutsy move, especially since they have a new home console on the
yeah, it was. So, which one do you think we'll likely see next?
I'd say Game Boy.
Yeah.
My money's on Game Boy. I think with the N64, because so much of the library is tied to like Rare and stuff like that.
Yep.
That they'd have to spend some time wheeling and dealing with Microsoft to get to work something out.
Okay, yep, those business contracts are going to take a lot longer to create. I also think it would be good to go back and service the Game Boy fan base before you get too far, just in chronological order. Like, I mean, they have kind of...
Technically, the Game Boy came out in '89, so if we were going in chronological order, we would have done the Game Boy before the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I know, so they should go back and catch that up because... I mean, we're not going to have a Wii Classic Edition in 3 years, so I think that they should space out their home consoles a little bit. And, if you wait longer, the N64 will probably be even more nostalgic. So, I think going for the Game Boy makes sense.
Like I said before, I think there are a lot of games on the Game Boy that, maybe they haven't aged great because, again, it was limited. You were working with very limited resources, but, like, Super Mario Land 2, I am just astounded that game does not get more love than it had, it does.
I think Simeon's being mean to me. He's telling me how to pronounce the word chronological.
Chronologically?
Did I say it wrong? I don't know. So we've decided that the Game Boy is more likely, it's possible for a 2018 release. And I think that makes more sense with NES happening in 2018 also, because that'd be really weird to sell the NES and then go from that to the N64 in the same year. The Game Boy competes with it a little bit less. So, yeah. What do you think?
Yeah.
Would you buy one?
Sorry, okay, I admit, I was looking at the chat.
Would you buy a Game Boy Classic?
A Game Boy Classic? When, we mentioned this in one of our podcasts, that I'm someone who, I play very few games, but I put a lot of time into them. And so this whole bulk buying thing, it's not something I'm really into.
Okay. Well, Ryan brings up a good point that the Virtual Boy could come out before the Nintendo 64.
I don't think we'll ever see the Virtual Boy again. I'm sorry, Ryan.
I forgot about it. Well, thank you for helping me decide which is more likely, Glenn. I'm looking forward to seeing either one of those. For now, thank you for watching, and I hope that you leave this video a like, whether you are joining us live or you are watching the replay on Two Button Crew's YouTube channel. Please give us a thumbs up for the time it took to prepare these nice graphics and categories for you guys.
Yeah, I was going to say, those are really nice graphics.
Thank you. Thank you, Glenn. You're so kind. Guys, if you're watching live, we're going to be right back with another segment, and if you are watching the replay, stay subscribed to this channel so that you can get the next video that's coming out really soon. Thanks, everybody. We will see you later. You can say goodbye as well, Glenn.
Oh, bye. Sorry.